Hi again guys, thanks for watching the video. I just wanted to do a quick film today discussing mounts, camera mounts. Where do you put them on the zoomer? How do you use them? What works best for you? And to share what I have and a little bit of what I'm trying to try different things to achieve. Now I've got two action cameras that I use. This is the Drift Ghost XL, and this is used for video blogging out on the road when I want to make a specific video or go to a specific place where I'm commentating along, that sort of thing. Now this fits onto my helmet via a mount, there it is, there we go here, and I also have a microphone inside wired in as well, so I can just plug the microphone in. Does a great job. Now I don't use this all the time, and the kind of reason I do use it all the time is because I'm not wild about things stuck on helmets, and this is, you know, it's small but it's still bulky. And also I'm attentive about a clumsy person, and I have this dread of walking along the street and just battering the side of this off the helmet, frankly. So I don't intend to use this other than video blogging. So my day-to-day action cam, which I use basically just for recording my journeys, more from a safety point of view than anything else, just in case somebody does something stupid in front of me or tries to do, you know, sideswipe me. And I've had that twice in the last couple of weeks when people have tried to do that, racing to get out of corners as soon as they see a scooter coming, and before they know it, they're right alongside me and almost taking me out of the road. So this is what I use, which you've probably seen me show before. This is an SJ cam, I think it's 4000, it's an older one now. I've had this about 4 or 5 years. Great little HD action cam, much cheaper than a GoPro. I have to say, this has been so reliable. It's out in all weathers, it's bumping over roads, it's everything, and this has never let me down. It's a great little camera. The battery life is not great, it's about 35-40 minutes, something like that, but then I only do short runs to work mostly and around the shops and things anyway, so that's not a particular problem. And if I wanted a longer video and a longer film of where I was going somewhere further away, I would just use the Drift camera anyway. So this is a day-to-day sort of traffic safety camera that I use. Now, if any of you have watched my videos recently, you may notice that usually I mount it on the handlebars and it goes into this. And this allows me just to open it at night, take the camera out, charge it, back in the morning. That's fine, and it works pretty well. It's slightly, the windscreen slightly gets in the way, so it's not the best picture, but then it's just for sort of safety purposes anyway. Now the only thing about this is I don't really like this sitting on the handlebars. You know, it doesn't, I don't think it looks particularly sleek, and you know, the zoomer, let's face it, is all about looks. You know, it's all about style. So I wasn't too keen on this, and I'm just trying to find something as an alternative that I can use quickly and easily and do away with this on the handlebars. So my first choice was this sort of crocodile clip, which again the camera would just mount onto the top. Now what I could do with this is I could slip it into this little slip pocket here on this jacket, have it there and ride along, and that's great. It's pretty good. It's maybe not quite the angle I would like, because I like a film that takes a little bit of shot of the controls of the zoomer. You want to see the dials, you want to see the handlebars, you want to see this sort of stuff, and the view ahead as well. I think it looks better, and it gives you more of an impression you're riding a bike, frankly, and not just sort of staring into space. So this was okay. The only drawback, of course, is this jacket happens to have one of these convenient slip pockets. My summer jacket, which, fingers crossed, we will be getting out shortly in Scotland, although you can never be sure, does not have a slip pocket. So there's really no way of using this. You'd have to, you know, leave the zip halfway down, but then if you do that, the jacket's going to tilt and sag, and it's not going to be as good. And besides which, you're going to, you know, your jacket's not done up properly, so it's not ideal. So this was an option that I tried, hummed and hawed about, and then thought, nah, not really. The next thing I got was something I hadn't seen before, which is a neck mount. I was having a scout around in AliExpress to see what kind of new mounts and things were out. It's always a good place to go if you're looking for something a bit different, because China tends to get these things before we do, probably because they create most of them. So this is a neck mount, and basically just does what it says. It's just a loops around your neck. You get it in the box with all kinds of different attachments for smartphones and goodness what else. But this is it here for what I want. So you get your loop, which is a very sort of thin, pliable plastic, rubber up here just to make it a bit more comfortable. You get this section here, and I've added on this extra bit of mount here because, again, it drops the camera a bit and it just allows you to see the controls. Now I used this today, and I've taken a video of the quick run I did, and I'll put a clip on after this just to show you what I mean. So that's fine. The SJ cam was in that, dead easy to use. It's basically just hung on your head, clip it on, and away you go. No problem at all. Now, the only issue with this, and I don't know if it's one that particularly applies to me, but it was raised by a friend of mine up in Fife called Scooty Man, who has a fantastic Honda Vision YouTube page. Check him out, Scooty Man. He was worried about the safety aspects of this, and I absolutely get what he's coming from. I mean, you probably don't want to wear something around your neck if you're going at high speeds on a bike, just in case you come off. Now, it's pretty flimsy. I don't think it's going to, I don't think it's going to, imperil you too much. But I would question whether you'd want to use this if you had some powerful bike and you were going at high speeds. Now, the Zoomer is not a powerful bike, and I don't go at high speeds. I use it for around the town and pottering about, and if we get up to 38, that's a bloody good day. But there's not many roads in Edinburgh you can do that anyway. In fact, I don't think there's any. So that's not really essential. For me, I think this works pretty well, but would I use this if I had a more powerful machine and going much, much faster? I don't think I would. But then again, we stick cameras and things on the side of our helmets, which again, you're probably not really supposed to do, because that's going to affect it if the impact point or anything like that. So I don't know. It's questionable, and it's a personal choice. I don't personally feel this is dangerous to me, but that would depend on how you feel and what sort of bike you were riding. So as I say, just clips round your neck, pops in there, sits on your jacket, and away you go. Happy days. And the video quality is quite nice. It's showing you the bike area that I wanted to show, and it's a good view ahead of the road ahead. So I'll put a clip of the video from that on after this. If you've got any better ideas, I'll tell you one thing I was thinking of before I go, and I don't know how practical this is, was actually just getting some Velcro strips and putting them down here, and some Velcro strips on the back of the camera, and then you just slap the camera on your jacket and away you go. Now, that would be great. Now, I don't know how easily I could attach the Velcro to the jacket. I'm no seamstress, so I'm not going to start sewing it. You can get fabric glues and things that would probably bond it on perfectly well, but it would need to be secure. Not so much for riding along, but more for the fact that you were taking the camera on and off all the time. That's an option I'm looking at. It's maybe something I can play around with, and obviously that would adapt perfectly well for whatever jacket. You just get some white Velcro from a summer jacket, which is white, and black Velcro for this one. Is it practical? I don't know. Would it screw up my jacket if I got glue all over it and decided I didn't like it? Probably, but these are the kind of daft things I'll try to see how it goes. So I'm still looking at that as an option. Just a couple of Velcro strips down there. You take the camera off, stick it on, and away you go. And that would do without this entirely. And knowing me, I will probably try and experiment with that, because when I get an idea in my head, I like to tinker about until I've either got it working or it's been a disaster and I pass on to something else. Anyway, that was just to share with you camera mounts. What are you using? Any ideas, any suggestions, any comments, any tips would be great. Any mounts you found that I haven't spotted yet, which are simple and easy to use. Preferably jacket mounted, clothing mounted. That's what I'm looking for. Something quick and easy you can take off, put on, and away you go. No faffing about. Anyway, if you've got any ideas, drop me a comment in the section below and let me know. And as always, guys, as I say, I'll put a clip of the video I took today using the neck mount. You can see what you think. I'm going to continue experimenting with it next week and just to see what it looks like. I'm quite happy with it so far, so it's okay. But is it ideally what I want? No. So there may be more trials now, more experimentations coming up, so stay tuned. Anyway, thanks as always for watching, guys. As always, stay safe out there. I hope the good weather is coming if you're in the UK, and if you're further abroad, well, you've probably got better weather than we've got most of the time anyway, so lucky you. Anyway, stay safe on the bike, and I will catch up with you very soon. Thanks as always for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. It's much appreciated. It keeps me entertained. Thanks as always, guys. Best wishes now. Cheers.